Hi, my name's Rebecca Dolan. I'm the Shakespeare Schools Coordinator at the Gaiety School of Acting. This video has been produced to complement our 2019 production of Hamlet. In it, we have taken one of Hamlet's most famous soliloquies and broken it down into bite-sized pieces. I hope you find this video enjoyable and informative. If you do, please like and comment below. Immediately preceding his soliloquy, the King and Queen have been asking Hamlet to cease his grieving. His mother has asked him why he has been so particularly affected by his father's death, and he in turn has accused her of faking her grief. The King has asked Hamlet to stay in court and has refused him leave to go to Wittenberg. Hamlet reluctantly agrees. The King and Queen leave, and Hamlet is left alone with his thoughts.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting had not fixed his canon 'gainst self-slaughter. Oh God, God.
Hamlet's first soliloquy poses a stark contrast to the controlled and artificial dialogue of the court. It is a passionate outpouring of grief. In it, it explains his reason for melancholy. It is desire to melt away and die. It is, in essence, a wish for death.
How weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie on it! Ah, fie. 'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely.
The degenerate state of the Danish court prompts Hamlet's musings on the world around him. He sees everything as colourless and flat. He himself sees no pleasure in the world around him. He compares it to an unweeded garden where only disgusting things seem to thrive.
That it should come to this. But 2 months dead. Nay, not so much. Not 2. So excellent a king that was to this, Hyperion to a satyr. So loving to my mother that he might not beteem the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly.
Now Hamlet focuses in on his personal situation, and we get to understand where his frustrations are coming from. His father has been dead less than 2 months, and he uses the word Hyperion in satire to denigrate his father and his uncle. In this way, we get to understand the high esteem that he holds his father in. Hyperion, the Titan god of light, represents honour, virtue and regality, all traits belonging to Hamlet's father. Satyrs, the half-human and half-beast companions of the wine god Dionysus, represent excessive lust and overindulgence, much like Hamlet's usurping uncle Claudius.
Heaven and earth must I remember. Why, she would hang on him as if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on, and yet within a month. Let me not think on it. Frailty, thy name is woman. A little month.
Hamlet explains his anger towards his mother. It was almost as if old Hamlet loved her too much and she needs to get her fix from somewhere else. Hamlet believes women have a frailty. It's their lack of constance in love. In matters of the flesh, they are weak and give in too easily.
Or ere those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body like Niobe, all tears. Why she, even she, oh God, a beast that wants discourse of reason would have mourned longer. Married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules.
Although he expresses his desire to think no more about it, Hamlet continues to rage against his mother. He notes that she wept as she walked behind his coffin, but notes that a beast even lacking in reason would have mourned for a dead husband longer than she did. He again re-emphasises the difference between old Hamlet and Claudius.
Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her galled eyes, she married. Oh, most wicked speed. to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good, but break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
The soliloquy concludes with Hamlet noting the incestuous sheets that his mother and Claudius share. He contrives to hide his breaking heart in silence. However, this is not to be, as Horatio arrives with news of ghosts on the battlements and the events of the play unfolds.